Hey, it's Walter Grew with Long and Foster Realtors and the Roanoke Real Estate team, coming to you today with another episode of the Roanoke Real Estate Show. I'm here again with my good buddy Paul McClure with Movement Mortgage. And I'm sure you remember Paul from our last show where we talked about the difference between getting pre-qualified versus pre-approved. And today, Paul, there's a lot of misconceptions still out there, I think, with people that they need all this money down in order to buy a house. I mean, I get people come in as first-time home buyers and even repeat home buyers who are thinking they need 20% down, 15, 20, 30, $40,000 in cash to buy a home. I mean, tell us that what you guys really have to offer for people.
Yeah, that's the old school of thinking that you have to have a lot of money down in order to buy a home. And actually, that's not true. There's plenty of 100% programs out there that you can actually get cash back at closing. One of my favorite programs is for county limits, and it's the USDA 100% LTV program. And it's a great program. It is income based on how many people are in a household, but it's a pretty high income based program with 1 to 4 family being at 878.2, and then 5 to 8 people being in the household at 103,200.
Okay.
We also have the VA, which is for veterans, 100% program. And a nice thing that we do for the veterans on our side is we do not charge our personal fee of the underwriting processing fee of $900. That's the only fee we charge on every loan. And as a gift for veterans, we do not charge that on the VA loan.
Okay. That's
The other,
awesome.
the other 100% program is VHDA, and it is a first and a second at the same rate. And it is based on a 96.5 as far as being the first, and a 3.5 being on the second. And it's a great program as well that you can be in the city or the county.
Okay, awesome. So just so we clarify things up for folks, you said LTV. Can you tell us what that means for the people out there?
Yeah, sorry about that. That's loan to value. So sometimes, especially with Walter and I are talking, we put these acronyms in and we speed through things. But yes, loan to value. So if you're going to put 0% down, you have 100% LTV.
Okay, all right. And then you were talking about like the income limits, and that would be for everybody in the home.
Yes. So if you have 1 to 4 people on the USDA side, even if it's a girlfriend living with you, with their kids or whatever the case may be, you do have to fill out a USDA form and list everybody's income in the household, and then it has to total up. You can take deductions for child care expenses and students as well, and it's a calculation you put in the computer, and at the very end it tells you whether you're eligible or ineligible.
Okay. So there are some limits, but it's still a great program, a great opportunity for folks who don't have a lot of cash on hand to get in a first-time home.
Yeah, and like I said, you can actually get cash back at closing. The guidelines are you can get back anything that you put into the loan. So if you put down $500 of earnest money deposit to enter into a contract,
Yeah.
and $500 for an appraisal, you can actually get back $1,000 at closing if you get the seller to pay for your closing costs.
Yeah. So other than the money that you would spend getting a home inspection, $300, $400, $500, I mean, you really would be no money out of pocket on something like that.
And money back at closing.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Well, tell us a little bit more about what else is available for folks.
You can do as little as 3% down as well. There's 2 programs out there that I really like. It's the straight Fannie Mae 97% program that's geared towards first-time home buyers only. And then we have a home ready product as well that's geared towards first-time home buyers, or if you've owned a home before, and that's at 97% as well. It is income based as far as that goes, so you have to look up your county limits to see what the income base is. But for Roanoke County, it's 66.9, and that's pretty much for a lot for the counties around us as well.
Okay. Well, that's not too bad then. Mm-hmm. And then you all have the more traditional financing as well.
There's always FHA, which is a great program. I mean, you can go up higher on the debt to income ratio with FHA, a little bit more lenient on the backside of it as well. 96.5 is the loan to value, so you could get into a property having the sellers pay the closing costs and all you would be responsible for is 3.5% down.
Okay.
And in that 3.5% down, it can be a total gift. It could be a gift from your parents, a relative, whatever the
Wow.
case may be, or a partial gift and partial money for you. But all you would be responsible for is a 3.5% down if you got the seller to pay your closing costs.
Okay, so there's a lot of options out there, folks. I mean, 20%, yes, is still available to do a conventional mortgage. But if you're strapped for cash, or you just don't want to put a lot of the money you have saved up in your nest egg out to purchase a home, I mean, a lot of these are great alternatives for you. I understand that y'all also have an in-home program, or an in-house program that you guys do through Movement. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, I really like this program, and we're one of the few lenders in the country that Fannie Mae has rolled out. It's really kind of a pilot program. It just started this summer. We're probably, I think, only one of 4 lenders in the country that has this program.
Wow.
But it is a 97% program, but we give you a 3% grant that you do not have to pay back. So let's just say you're going to buy a house for $100,000, and I know that's a very cheap house, but just as a round figure. Your loan amount would be $97,000, and then we're going to give you $3,000 as a grant, like I said, that you do not have to pay back at all. It is geared towards first-time home buyers, and you do have to take a first-time home buyer course just to make sure that you're going to be able to pay that going forward. You know how the mortgage works and so forth.
Yeah.
And then it is income-based as well.
Okay.
But it's a great, great program that allows people to get into a house that may not have any money at all. Because with this program as well, the sellers can contribute up to 4% towards the closing costs.
Oh, wow.
So again, you can get into a house with next to nothing.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I think, this has given a ton of information today. I mean, Paul has covered basically all of the programs I think that people would want access to get you into a home with as little money out of pocket as possible. And if you have more questions about any of this, you can reach out to myself. Just leave a message at the end of this video, Facebook message or whatever. If you want to contact Paul, his information will be at the end of this video as well, and we'll link to him and his site, and you can visit them on Movement Mortgage as well. Again, I'm Walter Grew with Long & Foster Realtors in the Roanoke Real Estate team. If you're interested in buying a home, selling a home, or investing in real estate, please feel free to contact me. And of course, Paul McClure with Movement Mortgage, available to answer and help you secure any type of financing you need, purchase loans, refi, investment properties. Thanks again. Have a great weekend. Look forward to seeing you next week.